Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex coming back in again today with a brand new video that came out really weird and awful. But we're gonna be talking about this, this new Eden Zero. So this is what this is on the screen, and yes, you'll see Fairy Tail 2.0 in the title, and that's basically what's been going around. People talking about how the characters look so similar to other characters in Fairy Tail, but yet this isn't supposed to be a sequel. This is supposed to be the new work, something that's has nothing to do with Fairy Tail per se. But judging by how similar the characters look, I wonder, how true that is to be, because people have been saying there could be just a title name and or a tentative name for now, and that's why it's called Eden Zero, since it's, they don't fully want to release what it truly is. But looking at this, if this is not truly, ends up being a sequel of Fairy Tail, then it really is going to make you kind of think and wonder. I mean, let's start from the main character right in the middle. I mean, Natsun Gray, that's the person, he's being compared to. And that's something that I do highly agree with. Because, I mean, just look at it. Look at that character. That's Natsun Gray. And you look at, look in the back. Back right, you look like Wendy. Looks like a grown-up Wendy. Or at least Wendy's child. And, of course, the character right next to the Natsu/Gray character looks like maybe a Natsu Lucy. It's Lucy's kid. So, when I really look at this, you got to think about it. It's just like, if this is not a sequel, then why do they look so similar? Art style is one thing, but character designs are a whole nother. You know what I mean? So it'll be kind of as if it's kind of a knockoff in a way, So it's kind of weird, and I do get where people are coming from, and it could hinder the series, even for someone like me who loves Fairy Tail, sure. But look at the far right. I'm not really sure who that would be. I guess Guild Arts. I mean, he has a fake arm. Some people said Makarov. I don't know about that. I mean, who knows? I mean, Happy in the bottom right corner, that's something that we do got to evaluate as well. I mean, why is Happy there if it's supposed to be a new series, unless he's using Happy as another mascot, because Plu was a mascot from Rave Masters as well. Now, looking behind Natsu/Gray's fist, a lot of people say Mira Jane. That's something that you have to think about. The character to the left of Natsu/Gray with the blonde hair, people are saying it's a Loxus mix in their opinion, and that's something that, yeah, sure. I mean, people also say Sting, which it does look more like a Sting to me if I really do, I guess get into the nitty gritty and look at the character design. And we got the bottom left that symbolizes like the pumpkin kind of guy, right, for the Magic Games. So whenever we look at the character next to the person that may be, I guess, someone's supposed to be based off of Mira in Fairy Tail, that character design, that got the white hair, looks really cool. I have no idea who that could be. Jalal. I mean, yeah, I think that's the Jalal-esque kind of person in the series for sure. To me personally, the person next to him, I have no idea who that could be. To be quite honest, not really sure. That's something I'm just not quite sure. And usually, whenever we see people in the background, like that girl, that's usually supposed to be the antagonist. And most of the time, the very, very, very far background characters that cover like the whole screen and make up the background in and of itself usually are antagonists. So that could be someone we could assume to be our antagonist. And that character design looks like it comes kind of from Mira. The things on her face, right there on the cheeks and chin. So as well, we do have someone that looks exactly like Ursa. So once again, if this is not a sequel, then what the hell is it? I mean, it said new manga work, but the new manga work wasn't supposed to be a sequel. There's supposed to be a Fairy Tail spinoff. So if we're having a spinoff, what's the point of having a spinoff about the future if we're gonna have a sequel? That wouldn't make sense. So it's making me wonder and say, hey, maybe this just is not a sequel. I mean, it's not announced to be. It hasn't been portrayed to be one. But if it's not a sequel, then it kind of looks kind of silly why they look so similar. I mean, and why they look like the next gen. I mean, look at Boruto. You handle a next gen series by making a next gen series and fully committing to that. Unless this actually is a sequel and Hero and Kodansha are just fucking with us. So the person to the left of Urza on the far left, I don't know who that is. I have no clue in hell. Probably a villain. Who knows? And then you have the person that I couldn't find a photo with the rest of his face, but I've seen videos with it. I couldn't find it though. He looks like he's just, I mean, a knight. I don't know. He looks like some guy wearing a mask, man. I mean, what else I got? Do I got to say? So, I mean, when I look at this, I just really don't know how I feel about it, how to, I guess, interpret it. Even I just don't know. I mean, it's just something that's so weird to me as a whole. I mean, I see some cool character designs. I see some things I like, but that is if it is a sequel. I mean, it would be weird because, whenever you really look at it, it's kind of weird if we were to have a series that was not a sequel, but yet it was its own series, but yet all these characters look as if they're the next gen of Fairy Tail. That would be so weird. it'd be so weird, and I feel like I'd be watching a sequel that isn't a sequel. And if you have those kind of things, it's gonna hurt the way this, I guess, the story will flow and or the show will flow, because we'll be thinking this is the next gen. This is Natsu Lucy's kid. This is Yahoo and Yahoo's kid, and that would be really weird. You know, that it would hinder the way the show is, I guess, the perspective of the show, you know, the way we look at it, our point of view of the show. So yeah, what do you guys think of this stuff? I mean, what are your concerns? I mean, yeah, I don't really know what to think too much. I mean, I see some cool. My favorite character design is the one that looks like Jalal-esque with the white hair, behind Natsu / great looking character's fist, our main character, obviously. So that's my favorite one for sure. But other than that, guys, be sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter X25. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.